Okay, so I'm gonna have to try to speed through quite a lot here to try to catch everything up, because last week I was super far behind. So alarmable, or well, let's start with inputable. I hate my implementation of this, so yes, it's gross and has a lot of searching, a lot of ifs, but it works, and I want to ask you about the better way of doing the command pattern for this, because I just hate this implementation with T-Fiery Bastion. Alarmable, basically what you gave us. Another if, but it's just a switch along a enum, so it's not too bad. And if you look in the bullet, it has a scene entry, a scene exit, a die, draw, alarm. It's got all the nice little bits. The frigate's got the way more complicated one, which has a nice little stress test of the alarms. They all call each other. When it spawns, it'll trigger alarm 0. We'll set alarm 0 for 1 second, which then will trigger alarm 0, which triggers alarm 1, which triggers alarm 2, which triggers alarm 0. So throughout a test, you'll see the B-sphere turning on and off, which is just this alarm cycling. And then all my controls. Oh, right. Scene now owns care manager. That's been tucked away. I know these guys don't have attorneys, but those are the only really major ones I'm missing. I got most of the other major ones. I know I'm missing a couple here and there. I got like time manager and whatnot. Oh, also, I don't know if you're going to do the full like centipede review, but my time manager singleton's different. I was trying that strategy pattern design we mentioned about in class. So if you see this, it's still implemented fine. I just did a cool little like dummy strategy here that doesn't use memory. Well, as much memory. It deletes himself the first time you call it and then passes the other. So every call after the first one literally will just call the object you want. Instead of just... So I have a dummy for the first call, and then every consecutive call uses the actual guy. So it was just a cool solution I was attempting. And then some of my singletons are using Keenan's thing. So if you do any sort of code review, I know some of my singletons have different styles. Okay. Singletons I'm going to repeat, yada yada. I got my bullet pool, or my bullet factory, which does all that fun stuff. Bullet pool, which will go through and delete all the live objects and all the pooled objects. So that manages that. So everything spawned from a factory is deleted by the factory. Everything spawned by a scene is deleted by the scene, who also terminates its factory. So if I hit play, I'm missing game elements here. So I'm still a little behind, but almost caught up fully. You can see in the bottom right here, no matter how hard I spam it, it's gotten to the point where I'm only reusing old bullets. F10, now I'm frozen. Oh god. There we go, at 18 seconds. F10, F10 again, 18.85, like half a second. I can spam it, you can see the bullets are frozen. Now if I let them finish off their flight path, see, time is kept fine. When I exit out, goes the scene end, to trigger all the individual objects destructors, which then will trigger the bullet pools destructor, which will go through and kill all the individual bullets, who then go through and delete all their game objects, their inputs, or all their graphics objects, all their commands. So it starts to chain through there. So I believe that kind of proves the life cycle. Maybe I can do like a step through the bullet just to triply prove that it is going. Okay, I'll fire a bullet. You'll see it enter the scene, and then once the alarm triggers, you'll see the exit. There you go. I press the space bar, enters the scene, updates everything. Oh, well, half a second passed. It died. Oh, yeah, half a second in debug time, which I can't really mess too much with my engine, so sorry, that's not a good example. But either way, half it passed, it died, and went to the pool. Press it again, new guy, scene entry. Oh, actually, it's the same bullet, because so much time was passed. Scene entry, die. Space, scene entry, die. Nice, ever repeating loop. Let's get rid of these. Okay. And now if I go down to my world plane, you'll notice it has a key press event. I know it's a useless release, but heck, putting releaseless code in here is probably a better test anyway. When I press the enter key, it should go to scene 2, which scene 2 is literally just a scene with a plane. It's really sad. So go in there, enter, scene end was triggered, delete all the bullets, and now I'm just back in an empty scene, this is my scene 2, which is really sad, nothing to do in it, but it exists. And I can press enter again, which doesn't really do anything, because it's basically just deleting the old scene and bringing him back. Okay, so load resources, I just want to prove that this works real quick. So when you actually go into load resources, it starts at a null scene, and then it goes to the scene demo, so I can prove that that works. Time, oh right, because my wonky implementation. Here's my time manager. Ignore that, I was talking to Berkey about otherwise doing it. All that, which uses your code. I don't think you want me to go into all this, all these just messes of commands. Game objects, I know I need the eternities. Updatable, which is fine and clean. Inputable, which is just disgusting. I hate it. So many searches all over the freaking place. It's so gross. Drawable, nice and clean. Alarmable, each state has 3 alarms that they can use. And that's about it.